Now, what's this? Who has entered my cave? Why a little human? How unexpected. Nobody has come all the way out here in, why, decades. Have you come to worship me? That would be a rare treat. Well, that must not be the case then, if you don't even know who I am. I am Nagi, god of serpents. And who might you be? Who has traveled so deep into the forest? So you do recognize the name. Look at how you tremble. You're afraid of me, aren't you? How wise. It's not unheard of for me to eat humans like you. But you have no need to fear me, for at the time being, I'm brewmating. Humans know so little. It's like hibernating, but I'm not sleeping the entire time. No, it's like the serpents that I resemble. I rest during the cold months. I have eaten a meal large enough to last me through winter, so I have no interest in eating you, human. Even if I did, I don't have the energy to chase you. But now I'm curious. If you are so frightened, why have you not fled? Is there something outside you fear as well? Ah, so that's it. Why do soldiers pursue you, human? And then I have a criminal in my presence. How amusing. But I care little for human laws. It makes no difference to me. If you like, you may remain in this cave with me until it's safe for you to leave. Still so afraid. You seem to fear me and the soldiers in equal measure. I'm not certain whether I should take that as a compliment or as an insult. How many are there? Well, a compliment then. I'm surprised you're being chased by such a large band. It seems excessive for such a harmless-looking person. How about this? I have kept myself as warm as I can with this cave, but the air still carries an unpleasant chill. Why don't you build one of those lovely fires you humans are so good at? It would be so pleasant, and then I would have a clear reason to keep you alive. You could put your fears to rest, at least enough to consider me the lesser threat. Think carefully. My body is so long that I am wrapped almost all the way around the edge of this cavern. You are easily within my reach. If I desired to swallow you, I would have done so already. Yes, that's it. You feel your fear, but you're not ruled by it. I do approve. You would make a fine acolyte. I believe I have dry wood in here somewhere. I had stripped the branches of their leaves for bedding and left them. Ah, here. Is this enough for the fire? The smoke, yes. I see. I know very little about this. Perhaps it was careless of me to mock your lack of knowledge earlier. There's a small passage near the top of this cavern that leads outside. I believe the smoke may travel through it rather than fill the cavern. Try it, and we shall see. While you work, tell me, what do you know of the god Naigi? You recognize my name, but what does it mean to you? Yeah. I expected this. I have received nothing in the past few decades, neither prayer nor offering. It seems I am no longer worshipped. No, it does me no harm. Gods do not need worshippers to exist. But it makes one question why they do exist. So my followers were truly considered fearsome. I suppose it makes sense. Humans fear snakes, after all. But I did not ask them to do those things. I do not require human sacrifices, though I accepted them as to not waste them. It is their own fault they chose such a brutal practice and invited their own destruction. Snakes are fearsome and efficient predators. It is true, but don't consider this to be the true essence of the serpent. It's not what I represent. Snakes discard everything that is unnecessary in pursuit of their goal. They have no limbs because it is not needed. And so they cast them off rather than hold on to pointless attachment. They will even shed their own skin when it no longer fits them. The serpent, above all else, is a symbol of dedication and conviction. I wish my followers had understood that. Ah, the fire. Good work. It's very pleasing. The chill in my bones already begins to leave me. Yes. In fact, I would like to hold you in my coils. Hold still for me, human. Please be calm. You are unharmed, are you not? You are safe. Your warmth is even more pleasant than the fire. Serpents naturally seek out body heat. This isn't usually what we do with warm-blooded creatures, of course. But this still feels good against my scales. Are you comfortable? Good. Why don't you tell me a bit about why you are running? You said you were a criminal. What did you do? Ah, then I misunderstood. You have been framed for a crime you didn't commit then. By whom? No, I do not know him. I have no particular interest in human nobility. But why did this lord frame you? What do you possess that he couldn't simply take? Or did you slight him in some way? I see the pieces are falling into place. So, this isn't really about you, but about your sister. What was his plan then? To imprison you, and then force her to marry him in order to release you? Oh, how beautifully deceitful. Oh, don't take that personally. Any serpent will appreciate a skillfully laid trap. But it is undeniably an evil act. More importantly, it has brought pain to my little hatchling. I do not approve of it. You don't mind if I call you hatchling, do you? You are so small and harmless. I can't help but make the comparison. I'm glad. Well, actually, you may stay here until the soldiers end their search, or until the weather warms, whichever comes first. That is because once I'm roused from my brumation, it will no longer be safe to be around me. Don't forget, a serpent easily sheds attachment. I enjoy your company, but when I grow hungry again, I won't hesitate to make a meal of you. Fear is wise, but you don't need to remain too afraid. You have ample time to leave. I will warn you when I start to feel more energized. But I would like to remain in contact with you after you leave. It's been so long since I've had someone think of me. Perhaps you could be my first new worshipper. Oh, no. Human sacrifices are not necessary. As a god who does not cling to what isn't needed, I don't ask for much. Offer me a prayer and the proper ritual when you need me, then that will be enough. It's not something you need to commit to, just considering it is enough. It would certainly be nice to have a worshipper again. One that understands what I represent this time. Oh, but it's not really fair of me to be upset that I was misunderstood before. It's my own fault. Even when I did have worshippers, they hardly ever visited for obvious reasons. I'm not the sort of god one casually approaches. Most were too afraid to commune with me, even from a distance. They had to do their best with what they heard from those who were bold enough to speak to me. If you had been there, I'm sure you could have instructed them. You're the most courageous human I've ever encountered. But that's not true. You see, courage isn't the absence of fear. That's ignorance. You conquered your fear. You understood what you had to do to avoid letting the Lord win. And you did it, despite primal fear you felt as standing before a snake god. One might say that you discarded your unnecessary inhibitions. Yes, you would do well as a follower of mine. You've done well, but I can sense your exhaustion. You wouldn't have lasted much longer